Hi friend, this is Manoj Hemane, Assistant Professor and Head Department of English, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, Art, Commerce and Science College, Surtoli, Lohara, Tahsil Devri District, Gondia. Please follow me on the YouTube channel and subscribe the channel to get daily notification about the lecture. Okay, in the last videos we had discussed about the story The Kabuliwallah and about the writer. And in this video we will discuss I am going to discuss about the ending part of the story Kabuliwallah. In the last video we had discussed about the story narrated by the narrator and the character Minnie, and there is a preparation of meaning marriage, and everyone is very happy for the marriage of Minnie. And on the occasion of her marriage, the narrator, Minnie's father, was also happy, but somehow he was somewhat nervous because his beloved daughter was leaving his home, and in the memory of her, he and his wife is somewhat sad or sorrow. And in that morning, the Kabuliwala released from the prison and directly came to the house of Minnie. And he comes to Minnie's house. He asks for Minnie's, and he directly introduced himself, and he says that he directly comes from the jail, and he released on that day. Okay, the another part, the narrator nervously asked the Kabuliwala to leave, and the Minnie's father asked the Kabuliwala, you leave our house because today's is the happiest occasion of his beloved daughter's marriage, and that's why he directly and nervously asked Kabuliwala to leave their house because they are busy and every member of their family are busy, and that's why he asked Kabuliwala to leave or go back. But as he is leaving, the Kabuliwala asked to see the narrator's little girl, but he was also returning, or he was also the Kabuliwala also leaving the house. But when he was leaving the house, Kabuliwala asked the narrator about his little girl Minnie, and the Kabuliwala thought that at that day also Minnie was a little girl, but actually she was not a little girl. She is grown up now, and on that day marriage is held of her. The narrator believes that the Kabuliwala thinks narratorला काय विचारतं believes that Kabuliwala thinks Minnie was still just. तो विचार करत असतो की मिनी अजूनही जशी होती तशीच आहे, छोटी होती, 5-6 वर्षाची होती तेवढीच अजूनही आहे, असं तो काबुलीवाला विचार करत असतो. ॲज शी वॉज इयर्स बिफोर, कित्येक वर्षापूर्वी जी मिनी होती ती अजूनही तशीच आहे असं त्याला वाटत असतं. द काबुलीवाला हॅज इवन ब्रॉड सम ग्रॅप्स, आणि त्यानं काय तिच्याकरिता काही ग्रेप्स, अंगूर, नट्स, रेसिन फळ आणलेले असतं. The narrator tells him he can't see Minnie and the Kabuliwallah prepare to live again. And the narrator of the story, the Kabuliwallah, tells the Kabuliwallah he can't see Minnie at that time. नरेटर जो असतो तो नरेटर काबुलीवालाला म्हणत असतो तू आता तिला भेटू शकत नाही. यू कांट सी हिम, यू कांट सी हर. अँड द काबुलीवाला प्रिपेअर टू लिव्ह अगेन. अँड असं म्हटल्याबरोबर तो काबुलीवाला पुन्हा निघायला सुरुवात करत असते, तिथून निघून जात असतं. बट while going back he asked the narrator, तो मिनीच्या वडिलांना नरेटरला विचारत असतो, to give Minnie the treat he brought. तो काय म्हणत असतो, त्यानं जे ड्रायफ्रुट्स आणलेले आहेत ते ड्रायफ्रुट्स तो मिनीला द्याल का, अशा प्रकारचं तो नरेटरला विचारत असतो. द नरेटर ट्राईज टू पे हिम अँड the narrator also accepts his traits and the narrator also pays some rupee for the treats or for that nut or raisins. But the Kabuliwala tells him, but the Kabuliwala जो काबुलीवाला असतो तो त्याला म्हणतं, काय म्हणत असतो, that he doesn't want money. He doesn't want money. And when the narrator trying to pay the money, the Kabuliwala says to him he doesn't want money and had come with his own daughter in mind. He was only brought that grapes, that nuts and raisins for her because he sees in Minnie his own daughter, and that's why all the memory of his daughter is in Minnie. The Kabuliwala reaches into his shirt somewhere close to his heart and pulls out a crumpled piece of paper that has a small handprint made from shoot on it. And while returning, Kabuliwala reaches into the shirt. He take off a piece of paper from his shirt from the heart, and he hand over the handprint on the piece of paper. On that paper there is a small handprint of his own daughter, Rabia. त्याच्या मुलीचं त्या कागदावर, त्या पीस ऑफ पेपरवर काय हँडप्रिंट उतरवलेले असतात, ठसे उमटवलेले असतात, आणि तो काय तिला परत करण्याचा प्रयत्न करत असतो. म्हणजे एक आठवण म्हणून तो त्याच्याकडे त्याच्या मुलीचा हँडप्रिंट ठेवत असतं. आणि when he was returning to his home or returning from the narrator's home, he hand over that print to the narrator made from should on it. The Kabuliwala brings this memento of his daughter with him. He leaves home to sell fruits, and when he was coming from his home, he brings that handprint in memory of his daughter, with tears brimming in his eyes. And at that time when he was hand over that print to the narrator, the tears came in his eyes. The narrator says, narrator म्हणत असतं, he forgot then that he was an Afghan resin seller and I a Bengali Babu, instead realizing that he was, as I am, a father. And at that time, the narrator, means father, was forgotten that Kabuliwala also a father like him. Just like he feels towards his daughter, the Kabuliwala also feels affected affection towards his daughter. And but at that time, the narrator can't realize or can't. The handprint on the paper belonging to Raman's little mountain dwelling Parvati reminds the narrator of his own daughter. So he sends word for Mini to come down. And at that time he realizes that Mini's little daughter Parvati, and at that time he calls Mini to come down to meet Kabuliwala. Mini comes down wearing her wedding clothes, and she comes down wearing her wedding clothes, which startled the Kabuliwala, and the Kabuliwala can't remember or can't identify her. After a moment, after some time, थोड्या वेळाच्या नंतर he addresses her as a little one. थोड्या वेळाच्या नंतर तो तिला म्हणतो हे बाळा, and ask her if she is going to her ससुर in law, her father in law. आणि थोड्या वेळाच्या नंतर तो विचारतो तिला की तू तुझ्या सासरी चालली आहे का. बट नाव that Minnie knows what the word means, and at that time she knows what is the meaning of the word sasurin-law, father-in-law. She is embraced. The narrator's heart act आणि narratorचं मन एकदम भरून येत असतं. Minnie silently leaves the room. एकदम सायलेंटली ती रूम सोडत असतं. विथ अ ग्रेट चाय, तिच्या मनामध्ये सुद्धा दुःख असतं. The Kabuliwala sits on the floor, finally understanding. तो खाली बसत असतो and he understands that his own daughter would have grown up too. त्याला सुद्धा वाटत असते की त्याची मुलगी सुद्धा आता एवढी मोठी झालेली असेल, and he would have to get to know her again after his 8 years absence. And the absence of 8 years, the gap of 8 years, he forgot to meet his own daughter. The narrator gives the Kabuliwala some money. Narrator जो असतो, मिनीस वडील, तो काबुलीवाल्याला काही पैसे देत असतो अँड टेल्स हिम टू गो बॅक टू अफगाणिस्तान. आणि त्याला म्हणतो की तू अफगाणिस्तानला परत जा, तू तुझ्या मुलीला भेटायला जा. दॅट बाय हिज ब्लेस रियुनियन विथ पार्वती, आणि तुझ्या मुलीसोबत तुझं रियुनियन होणं आता गरजेचं आहे. मिनी विल बी ब्लेस, आणि तुझ्या मुलीसोबत जे रियुनियन आहे तेच कोणासाठी ब्लेस असणार म्हणताय, मिनीसाठी एक प्रकारचा आशीर्वाद असणार. द मनी ही गिव्स द काबुलीवाला मीन्स दॅट द वेडिंग विल नो लॉंगर हॅव इलेक्ट्रिक illumination or a live band playing. Although this upset the woman folk, the narrator believes the ceremony was led by a kinder, more gracious light, and the narrator thought that the blessing of Kabuliwala is most important for his daughter. आणि ते जे रात्रीचं प्रकाशमय असं इलेक्ट्रिकचं पूर्ण प्रकाशमय वातावरण निर्माण होतं, जिकडे तिकडे लाइटिंग्स असतं, आणि त्या लाइटिंगमध्ये तो त्याच्या मुलीला काय विदा करत असतो, आणि ती त्याची मुलगी मिनी तर लग्न होऊन तिच्या सासरी चाललेली असतं. अँड दिस इज द स्टोरी ऑफ द काबुलीवाला अँड 5 years old Minnie, and their relationship, their bonding, how it's changing in the course of time. कशा प्रकारे त्यांच्या मधील जे बॉन्डिंग असतं, जे रिलेशनशिप असतं, चेंज होत असतं, त्याचं वर्णन यामध्ये केलेलं आहे. ओके, थँक्यू.